Hi, good morning, Christian. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Hi, Jesse. How you doing, guys?
Good morning. Good
Good
morning, everyone.
Hey,
morning.
Jesse, how you doing?
Awesome.
Oh, nice to see you, Jesse.
Nice
Welcome,
to see everybody
Jesse.
here. Nice to meet you. Looking
Excellent.
sharp.
I just put it the link in there. Okay. Kevin says he's gonna be in 12:35. Anibal just called me and said his daughter had came up home feeling sick, so he just drive her to the hospital. So like around 10:30. So if he could make it, he's gonna join us, right? So Elmer is the only one we have missing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Elmer has
has
a
a
coaching
coaching
call.
call this time. Yep.
Ah, okay, I understand. That's gonna be
So I want a clarification. So we are not doing the Friday, right? So we will stick in into the Wednesday 12:30, right, Christian?
yeah, it's like
Okay.
If that's what you guys want, I think that it's really important to review all of the MFO program because every single topic is important, but if you guys feel more comfortable doing doing this only on Wednesdays, it's fine by me, as long as we participate and motivate each other, and we
Yeah.
keep doing what we have to do to motivate each other is even better. The only bad experience we had in the group is when we have someone that is not doing what they are supposed to. So imagine any group goes as fast as the slowest member, so the idea is to all of us to be fast, right?
Yes.
Love it.
Agree.
All right, how about you, Jesse, since you are one of the newer members? You like the group? What do you feel? Let's talk a little bit while we're waiting for the other members to join in.
What was the question?
Do you like the group? What do you feel? Have you been in another group before?
No, I've never been. I'm in a script accountability group right now, and
Nice.
actually Kevin's in it too, and made $100 so far because the people didn't do what they were supposed to do. So every day we write out the script for 30 days. And if they don't do it each day, it has to be turned in by 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever time you have to pay everybody in the group $50. And I like accountability. I just started doing the expireds, and before I was primarily buyer's agent, which now obviously everybody wants to be a listing agent more than before, but that's my goal. I just started using these tracking sheets, and it's been nice. No, I'm excited to be here with like-minded people. I see that everybody's really ambitious. I mean, my 30 contacts a day are nothing compared to people's 50 and 60. So it makes me want to work harder. I mean, I just switched my schedule after I came back from the Mike Ferry retreat.
Yeah.
The Superstar retreat. So now I'm up by 3:30, 4 a.m., start my day and go to bed early. And I'm really pleased with the way it's been
I
changing.
remember when I was there. Yeah.
So thank you guys for having me, and I look forward to being a part of it. So
No,
Awesome.
don't worry. Today, I saw in Facebook, I got a flashback of a post that I did in 2018, in which I was doing, and then I'm going to share it here so you can see it, in which I was doing the 90 days, the 90 days challenge. It's like starting, I have to check every single day a list of things, like going to the gym at 4 a.m., start prospecting a date, do 4 hours of prospecting, I have to check it up, getting one appointment, I have to check it up, everything, it was amazing.
Good morning, Brendan.
Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Yes, good. Good morning, Christian. Now,
Good morning. How
going
you
back to what Jesse says, right, regarding the number of contacts, that is my thought. It depends on what you are contacting, what you are prospecting. So for example, somebody is prospecting only 10 for sale by owners. 10 for sale by owners whole day is much more powerful than the 40 contacts of just listed, just sold,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Yeah. So that's, it depends, right? You know, what you are focusing on, what you are prospecting,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
So
of course.
Yeah.
I'm now working towards the for sale by owners and terminated listings. So the sometimes a smaller number is more powerful than you trying to contact a lot of people. That's my opinion.
Yep.
Excellent.
I
Hey,
agree.
good morning, Kevin.
Hey everyone, how are you guys? Sorry, I was on the
Morning.
phone with a
Yeah.
buyer and driving at the same time.
No, don't worry.
I just got under contract yesterday, so
Oh,
I'm dealing with
congratulations.
escrow. I'm dealing with escrow letter, deposit issues, so we're good now. Everything good.
Yeah,
Yes.
we know. Excellent. So, it's been 7 minutes already. So let's jump into what are the notes that we all have on after seeing the session number, after hearing the session number 1 of the Ron Cronin's group. What you got? Who want to start?
So
Can I go first?
Oh, go ahead,
Okay.
Vasanta. Go ahead.
Um, few things. I first thanks for sharing that. You know, there's a great call on Cronin, and so the first thing I learned is from the call is to record all my calls and to review with the coach, so that I can get a feedback and how I'm doing my calls or the door knockings. Number one. Number two is that I learned from prospecting is numbers game. Have I mastered my numbers? The key word is, have I mastered my numbers? What do you mean by mastering the numbers is, do I know the market statistics, right? You know, city where I prospect. Number one. Number two is my personal numbers. Do I know my personal numbers? Personal numbers mean how many contacts I have to do in order to get a lead, how many leads I have to do in order to get a contract, how many contracts I need to get a soul sign in front. So knowing the numbers is knowing the numbers let me what is possible when the drunk monkey talks. That is a sentence is really good, right? You know, I mean, knowing the numbers let me know what is possible. So what is possible is motivated me to go out and, you know, do prospecting. And also the things is sourcing your deals where the transaction came from and where are all the lead sources. And those are and do the homework right around still. So that is the things that I want to share with the group. Thank you.
Excellent. Who else?
So I think the one of the biggest takeaways was prospecting is not supposed to be an emotional experience every day. And when you really think about that thought, it goes, wow, I mean, I'm emotional every day I prospect. You know, every day it doesn't go my way. Every day I don't get the leads I want. Every day I don't set the appointments I want. And you know, the way to be less emotional throughout the day is to go what Santa said, is to know my numbers. You know, if I go, okay, I didn't have a good quarter, but by tracking my numbers, like I shared with the group, I went from 37% to 70% listings taken. I went from my appointments from 3 to 12 or 13 or whatever they were. So everything changes because I'm tracking my numbers, and now it gives me the ability to be a better producer and have the more stronger of a mindset. So it was great. And then, you know, knowing the numbers, the amount of prospecting I need to do is determined by the level of production I want to achieve, how many deals I want to close, and my level of skills. So, you know, for Wasanta's point, you know, my 50 contacts, I like Jesse's point, wow, that's a lot. Well, I want to get to 30 contacts. Like, I don't want to be making 50 crap contacts. I want to get to 30 to 25 quality contacts. And that's where I really got to work on different sources and just pulling that in. And, you know, like, work the following lead sources daily. Past clients are the best source. New and old expired listings, for sale by owners, just listed, just sold. Circle prospecting isn't even mentioned on here, right? So that was a great wake up call for me. And then the skill development and script practice is an important part of your daily schedule. So I've got role play partners now for 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, for 30 minutes. minutes, and then I'm trying to do another 30 minutes myself where I can either write out the script or do some internalizing, just repeating over and over and over again how Mike tells you to internalize the script. So that's what I took away.
That's awesome.
Very
Thanks.
nice. Very good.
How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, so going back to what Santa said, I think the number one thing that I can't speak for you guys, but one thing I really bleed in my business is tracking my numbers, you know, because I'll give you an example. I'll go ahead and I'll do, let's say, 40 contacts one day, 12 contacts the next day, 15 contacts the next day, then 35 contacts the next day. What does that tell me as a business person? I'm very inconsistent. You know, if for me to do that, for me to not track my numbers, it's gonna take me years to get the income that I want to have. You know, that's number one. So if I program myself to just have a consistent, let's say my goal minimum is 35 contacts a day. If I can mentally tell myself, I just need 35, 35, 35, 35, right? And I just tell myself one contract a day, one contract a day, one contract a day. It really just programs my mind to not make this difficult and not accumulate so much work during the weekend. That's another thing I've noticed. If I lack one day, I don't do my contacts, I have to stack all those contacts to the days that I want to take a break, which in my case is Saturday or Sunday. So that's my biggest thing, tracking my numbers, like what Santa said. And another thing that Ron Cronin mentioned, what is a contact? We have to be really good at identifying a contact so we can track our numbers on point. Because if I talk to, let's say, Kristen, hi, I'm looking for Kristen. Kristen answers, he says, yeah, and then he clicks on me, right? That's a homeowner. That's somebody that showed me that they're not interested. So what can I do to better that contact, that quality of contact? Let me call back Christian. Hey, Christian, look, the call fell through. I was calling because I saw your property come off as an expired listing, you know? So identifying a contact and trying to make the best out of that one contact. That's my best. That's the best thing that I could relate to my business.
Yeah, that's amazing. And as I always say, if they hang up on me, I call them up to 3 times, always, right away. Even if they say, go fuck yourself, another realtor, boom, and they hang up, call them back. And I say, you know, I'm sorry, I heard you split it, and then I lost you. I was calling you because of, no, go
I
fuck
do
yourself.
that too.
Then I call them again. You know, I'm sorry, again, I heard you splitting up, and then I lost you. So by the third time, I noticed that they change. It's like, okay, I'm sending this guy to the hell. Thanks God he didn't hear me out, and they start getting willing to talk, you know. And another thing about the same type of people is that if they do that to every single realtor, that means that they didn't speak with anyone yet, right?
Correct.
So I have more
Like that.
chances with them than with anybody else. And then what I noticed the same about the contact, and that is true. Even if you're talking with the right person and they hang up, they say, you know, you say, hi, I'm looking for Kevin. He says, I'm Kevin. And then when I say, you know, I'm calling you in regards of your home, no, fuck yourself, and they hang up, it's still a contact because I was talking with the right person.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because this is something that I get a lot from for sale
Make
by
sure
owners.
it's related to the training, okay?
It is related to the training.
Okay.
So one of the things that I normally get, especially when I call for sale by owners. So let's say Christian is the seller, I'm the middleman, and let's say Brandon is the one that calls me, right? If the contact me, right? If Brandon tells me, hey, look, I'm calling about the home for sale, and then I say I'm not the owner, but I'm handling the whole sales process for, let's say, let's say for Christian, right? Those are the gatekeepers. How do you guys handle gatekeepers so then we can go ahead and get an appointment or a conversation at least with the seller? How do you guys handle that?
I tell them, can I talk with Kevin, please? Tell me, no, I'm handling all of his stuff.
Yes.
Tell me.
Hey, Christian, look, I'm handling all of Kevin's stuff, so I don't think you'll be able to speak with them.
Oh, okay. This is a personal call. Can you put him on the phone for me?
Chris, like I mentioned, he's my best friend. Everything you need, I'm not a realtor, Christian, but everything that you need, it's going through me because he doesn't want to talk to anyone.
All
I just
right,
present
perfect.
everything
Because
for
I
him.
have clients interested in the property, but obviously I'm gonna only negotiate with the one who make the decision. And it's obvious here that you don't make the decision. So at what telephone number I can reach him?
Chris, like I mentioned, I'm gonna go ahead and handle the whole sale.
Okay, perfect. So as I told you, I only negotiate with the sellers.
Right.
So if the seller wants to receive an offer with a good offer within this week, have them giving me a call. If not, I'm sorry, but I don't deal with middlemen. Thank you. And that's it. But
Okay,
anyways, you should not have the telephone number from the sources we get from another person handling them. It doesn't
You'd be
apply
surprised.
here.
With for sale by owners, with people on Zillow, a lot of
Because
times
those are not
we
for
get
sale by owners. You didn't, maybe you didn't recognize them yet. Those are fucking realtors who get a listing and they listed it as a for sale by owner because they think they're gonna attract buyers alone. And then we call them and they say, I'm handling the sale for this because he's a friend and blah blah. Because they're not open to say, I'm a fucking realtor who doesn't know anything about this. So I posted it as a for sale by owner myself.
right.
That's
Yeah,
what I
a
think. I
lot.
don't know the others.
Yeah, I just come across those every now and then, so I wanted to see how you guys handle that.
Yeah. And let me come back to my takes. So basically what I told you is one of the takes I took on this. The other one is that blew my mind because I didn't remember this from when I was in coaching, right? For years. So, but it says here that number one source are past clients and center of influence. And they always teach before that number one source are the hottest, which is expireds and for sale by owners. And this made me think. And do you remember? I don't know who shared it. No, I think I shared it with you, Kevin. A video with Rebecca Gilbert, I think is an
Yes,
interview between Rebecca Gilbert and
Robert Villanueva.
Robert Villanueva, in which she says that she prints out her entire database divided in 60 days, and let's say the number gives you 20 20 calls per day, and that's a prospecting she does, only on her database. All of them is people she already talked to in the past, and she's closing like 50 transactions a year. I'm going to share that video with you later so you can see the interview, but it's amazing. I'm going to start doing that too. So those are the kind of the aha things that made me remember that there's some things that I need to change.
Yeah, I didn't share mine, so unless you're still going.
You didn't what? I'm
I
sorry.
didn't share my take on all of this.
Okay, yes. Sorry.
So no worries. So I like that, knowing your numbers, very important. Knowing how many contacts to lead to everything. And then there was another thing that I wrote down, but I don't have it now.
I don't know if
My
you can see the
question for
screen. I
everybody.
put some things in here.
Yeah. How do you guys structure your morning from 8 to 12? Because, I'm newer to the prospecting. So for me, I've only been calling expired 8 to 12. And expired, cancel, and withdrawn. For 4 hours, just bam, bam. Now, I saw at the Superstar Retreat, top producers, they only call expireds for 30 minutes, then they do for sale by owner, then they do COI and whatnot. What is everybody finding works best for them and they're producing good results on?
Well, I was taught by Chris that I like calling expireds and fizzles in the morning because those are like that's every lead in the Red Sea, right? And what I know is that in my marketplace, especially our marketplace, South Florida, not many realtors are cold calling nowadays because when I start calling at 8 a.m., not even 7:50 or 7:40, 8 a.m., I start calling. I get homeowners telling me, "Hey, Kevin, you're like the second or third call." When I started 2 years ago, it used to be, "Kevin, you're like the 20th, 25th call." So I'm starting to see, especially with this NAR shit coming in, there's less realtors. So I say expired, top priority. Start that off. Start your morning off with the expired, then old expireds, then fizzballs, then I go ahead and do the either past clients or just listed, depending the time. But you can mix it. You could do just listed, just sold first, past clients first, and just listed, just sold. But try to keep in the beginning of your day expired and fizzles, knock it off because you're gonna have more motivation. It's more rejection compared to just listed, just sold. Like it's more of a resistance call. Take that away in the morning so you can get away with it, and then just focus on your past clients and just sold after. That's what I do after 10 o'clock.
Awesome, awesome. And I had another question regarding that is, I'm using Vulcan 7. I noticed some of you guys are getting a lot more contacts than me. I'm getting anywhere from 5 to 9 an hour. Sounds a little low. Anybody's thoughts? It's been on average about 5 or 6.
Is this your first time through that list?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would go through all the list, get rid of all the bad numbers and that, and then really track your numbers the second time through because your contact to a call ratio should increase.
Gotcha.
Because you're getting rid of all the renters and you're getting, like mine, I mean, my list gets smaller and smaller every time because people have moved into a senior home or they're living with family or whatever they've sold. Well, I'm blowing those numbers out. So my contact ratio every time, whether it's one or half of one per one contact per hour or whatever, it's improving every single time.
Are you using
Granted,
Vulcan 7 by any chance, anyone?
No, I use Mojo triple line dialer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Brandon, can I ask you something? Because there's something very impressive that you do. It's a two-part question. How are you getting specifically to 50 contacts with your schedule? And number two, you know how Mike Ferry says that he starts all the way from zero every day to go ahead and continuously be consistent on his goals for the day? What's your routine to go ahead and mentally, start from zero so you can continue hitting those 50 contacts daily? Because I'm really impressed with that. I could do 35, 40 contacts max per day, and I'm fried. And then the next day, I feel drained. So how do you do that? What are you doing differently?
It is draining. So Superstar Retreat 2023, Mike had said to print out a schedule. So this is my schedule. And then every time I stick to my schedule, I highlight a block. So I run so prospect from 9 till 12 a.m. That's my prospecting time. But I've also made 20 minutes of follow-up between 8 and 8:30 for any appointments that I can set for the day. Anything that came in last night that was a last callback or whatever, I'm going to hit those as well. And then from 12 till 1, I take lunch. From 1 till 2, I work out. I return any missed calls, and then I do aggressive lead follow-up for 1 hour. And then at 3 o'clock, I do a half an hour mindset break that Mike said is so valuable. And if you think it's wasting your time, you're so wrong because it allows me to reset and rejuvenate. And then from 3:30 to 5:30, I'm back on the phones for another 2 hours if I don't have any appointments.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So basically what you're doing, because I remember Mike saying that it's always nice to talk to a past client or maybe do some lead follow-ups or someone to start off your day. You start off your day with that, and then after you prospect, cold call them.
Yep. So in the morning, I've got a checklist that I follow, very much like what Christian was saying before you joined the call. But I go through a daily checklist. So, was I on bed in time? Did I read for 45 minutes? Did I do my miracle morning? Did I do my 20 minutes of exercise? And then my admin tasks, my 6 tasks are admin. check my numbers, pull my just listed, just sold, add any for sale by owners or expireds into the MLS, and any leads that I can aggressively follow up with to set an appointment before my morning is really started. Those are those 6 tasks that I do every morning before I start prospecting at 9.
Is it doable after the call if you could send me your schedule and your checklist, and I could kind of see like what can I replace
Yeah.
on my schedule, you
Yep.
know, to make it a little more productive? Because that's one thing I learned from you right now is that the lead follow up, you do it before. I just don't think I could do it from 8 to 9 because my market is like full of realtors. I don't want my expireds to like
Right.
I don't want to call the expireds and then I'm getting fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
Right.
and then my mindset is bad, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I could switch off, maybe like I could do lead follow up in the middle of my prospecting session instead of leaving it all the way towards the end. I can kind
Okay.
of do that so I could regenerate and then continue with past clients, just listed, just sold.
Yeah, but anyways, you need to follow the prospecting protocol. Okay, this is in answer to Jesse because we caught him in the middle of answer his questions. But it all depends on the type of people you're calling. You know, for example, expires, you cannot call them at 11 a.m. because they already receive a lot of calls by them. You need to be one of the first 3-4 people who call them to have a chance. If not, they will not even answer the call, you know. And then you said that you make like no more than 6 contacts per hour, Jesse.
Yeah, like 6. Yeah, not great.
How many
5.
times you let the phone ring?
3. I did Mike's 3-3-3 rule.
Okay, so it's 3 and go straight to the next one right away.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, yeah, that is a way you need to do it. Maybe if you use a triple dialer, it's gonna be even faster. I know
Mhm.
some
Are you
people
checking?
using
Are
triple
you
dialers besides me. At the same time, I used to do 8 contacts. They do like 13 or 14. So
Yeah.
triple dialer makes a real difference.
Yeah, I'm getting about 9 to 10 contacts per hour.
And you're using Vulcan 7, Kevin?
Yes. No, I'm sorry, using Red X.
Red X, okay.
Yeah.
But
I
you don't
signed
have
up
Another
for
triple
Vulcan.
dialer, right?
another
Kevin, you don't have triple dialer, right?
I have the triple dialer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the only one that
Triple
doesn't.
dialer, I talk all
If
the time with people doing no less than 12. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm getting 10 contacts. The thing about it,
Just-
here's the one thing about it. I will be honest. Sometimes, since I'm so focused on getting the next appointment, the people that tell me, Kevin, wrong number, I don't tend to ask the question that converts into a contact. Hey, Kristen, since I have you on the line, everything happens for a reason. Who do you know looking to purchase or sell real estate? I sometimes
there
forget to
any
ask
other
that.
real estate service I can be helping you with?
Right. That last question that converts to a contact, I sometimes forget to ask it. So I could have more. But if I count the decision makers that actually make that question or the homeowners I talk to, 10 on
Because
average.
you need to be open to opportunities.
Exactly.
It's like today I saw a video that it was amazing. It was a lady saying, if I ask you, for example, Kevin, how many red cars have you seen today? Would you remember?
Say it again.
I'm asking you. Come on, bro. If I asking you how many red cars you have seen today, will you remember?
No.
All right. But if I tell you now, for every red car you see, I'm gonna give you $50 tomorrow. Would you remember them?
Of
Oh, of course.
And you're gonna see them everywhere because you are gonna be looking for them, right?
Yeah.
So
I think you owe me $50 because your car's red.
yeah. So you need, if we focus on opportunities, we see the opportunities. So that's a problem I told you last time that I think Brandon has. Brandon is going for contacts. That's how he gets 60 contacts, but probably just one appointment. you know. But when you focus on getting in getting appointments, suddenly your mind changes and you start setting more appointments than contacts, you know.
Yep.
But if you
Yeah.
only focus on talking with people, which I think is the problem you have, because I have been coaching him for a while, Kevin, you know, and what I think is like he doesn't like rejection. So it's like he likes to talk with people who show that they like to talk with him. If not, he's like, okay, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, and you need to fight for that.
Yeah.
You know, you need to fight at least a little bit. If they don't want to do anything, okay, try 3 times to close them. If you cannot get the appointment, it's like, okay, fuck him, go to the next one, but not without losing the opportunity to get the appointment, you know.
Right.
Guys,
Right.
thank you very much. I gotta run. I gotta call my seller. I promised him to call at 10. So thank you very much.
me too.
Kevin, I shared my schedule in chat.
Thanks, brother. I'm
Thanks,
gonna. Can you
guys.
send it through WhatsApp?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Okay, have a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I'm about to do lead follow up because I did get 2 seller leads that one